There's a story in the Bible most everybody knows. It's about two kinds of houses, and this is how it goes. There once was a man who was very, very wise. He decided that he needed some exercise. He'd build his own house to be perfectly sure that its structure was sound and completely secure. So he dug down deep till he found solid rock, and he laid his foundation out of cinder block. He groaned and he grunted as he hauled each timber, but the muscles in his arms were fast getting limber. He even learned how to be a pretty good plumber, and he finished the house at the end of the summer. Then a hurricane came with floods of water and winds that howled and scared his little daughter. But the house stood firm. It withstood every shock because the wise man built his house upon the rock. And then did you hear about the very foolish man? He tried to build his house upon the sand with wood and glass and tons of bricks and loads of cement that he had to mix.
Galilee 6, 9,000. Dead Sea Construction Company. Send 2 more tons of that Egypt red brick this week. No. Don't send sand. I'm building on a sand dune.
The house looked great from the cellar to the attic, but the building inspector gave him plenty of static. He declared, "I never ever heard of a man who insisted on building a house upon the sand." Well, the foolish man rocked on the porch in his chair, and he tried to pretend the inspector wasn't there. The skies grew black, and it started into rain. The inspector departed in his hydroplane. The foolish man sat on the porch, just rocking. He was glad not to listen to any more mocking. He rocked as the house on the sand slowly shifted. He rocked as the porch broke away and drifted. The wind blew billows, the rain swept sheets of water and sand all over the streets. And it wasn't too long before the house fell down, and the noise was heard clear back in town. And that is what happens to any man who tries to build his house upon the sand. Now you are building a house of your own. Do you have a solid foundation stone? Christ stands at the door of your heart. Hear him knock. Let him in, and your life will be built on the rock.